Hi everyone and welcome back to Whiskey Pilgrim and to a new chapter. Yeah, with a very long name. I'm not gonna pronounce this because I'm gonna say the name wrong on the chapter. So, as far as I understand, this is a chapter that I've been covering in 5 parts in Japanese whiskies from my collection, and yeah. So on this first review I will be covering these two. I just put them here so I don't mix them up. There we go. Nikka Coffey Malt Whiskey and Nikka Coffey Grain Whisky. Yeah, let's see here. There we go. So, mix them up. These are two whiskies from the Nikka distillery, from my Yaiko distillery. That's one part of their, they have different, Nikka distillery is just have a different one. Have different distilleries like Yoichi and Yaiko and Sakatsuru, what's it called? Yeah, Tsuru, that's Tsuru, what's it called? I don't speak Japanese, so that's their blended one, like contrast to, or like compared to Hibiki from Suntory. Yeah, so that one that's not peated and one is peated. So yeah, Miyaiki is the unpeated whiskies and Yuichi is the more lightly peated, whatever you call it. Yeah, so these two whiskies are basically made from something very special because it's called coffee malt or coffee grain. So we call it coffee still. It's a different kind of still. I am not an expert in this. There's a lot of different reviews on these whiskies that are really good, like Whiskey Novice for example has done it. So check that out. Also, of course, he talks a lot more about that. I'm not really into the whole how the shapes are, because I know that affects a lot of the tastes and different process. It's a part of the experience and the whiskey tasting and all that. But I'm not going to get into that too much. These are both 45% ABV. These are 70 centiliter bottles. First time I had one of these, I actually bought this one. So this is the second bottle I have. The first one I had was a half-liter whiskey bottle I bought many years ago in my early whiskey journey. I mistook it for another coffee grain I thought I was going to buy, that I heard a lot about, which was a vintage or single cask coffee grain. So yeah, still I liked it, it's very tropical. I would say, as far as I remember, I haven't been drinking it for quite some time. This one has some people been drinking of, and I've been to different places with meeting up people. I usually bring something with me. So yeah. So what are we gonna do here? This is just gonna be very short on each one. I'm just gonna tell you what nose and palate, finish, and yeah, what I think of them. Which one I prefer the other one doesn't mean that it is one is worse than the other one or whatever. There's no worse, there's no bad whiskeys, just different experiences, in my view. But yeah, I'm gonna tell a bit of my thoughts on them. So we're gonna start out with the coffee grain. Yeah, so it's a grain whiskey, basically. Grain whiskies has risen a little bit more in popularity since single malt whiskies went up more in price and more people realized there were actually some really old single grain whiskies for not a that was quite cheap compared to the older expressions. Because I remember there was once like a 40-year-old single grain whiskey here in Sweden, not from Sweden but a Scottish distillery. And I think it cost like 160 euros, something like that. And if you would have paid that for a single malt, you have to rob a bank or two. Yeah, but please don't do that. So let's get into the nose. And just to say it out, this is single grain, so it has more, as I understand when people talking about these, more comparison to bourbon or American whiskies like bourbon, for example, than this one. The coffee malt, because this is a grain whiskey. So let's see what we can find out on the nose. Right. It's very fruity, like some tropical fruits like melon. Yeah, a lot of candy sweetness to it, like and lemon zesty as well, or lemon, what do we call it? Yeah, the sweetness is really nice, and the tropical fruit notes are just really nice as well. Yeah, it's just really nice tropical fruity note. Honeydew melon, definitely. Some sweet candy, some lemon, maybe lemon palm as well. There's some toffee and sweet. I've said a lot, but definitely. Oh, like a toffee or banana bread, maybe banana bread. I think I've tried it once. Thing going on here as well. It's really nice, really nice. So let's get into the palate. Cheers! A little bit peppery, spicy maybe. It's a little bit tiny spicy. Sweetness again, the tropical fruits, really nice, really nice. The honeydew melon again, I would say. Some banana bread or banana as well. Pastry, I'd say as well. Some banana taste to it. Very creamy a little bit, buttery. When it comes to the finish, I would say it's very like honey, like that honeydew melon, but you know, honey biscuity feeling to it, just fading away. Really nice. Just gonna drink some water. Now we're gonna into the next one. The coffee malt from Nikka. Yeah. This is a single malt. Yeah, 45% and all that again. So let's get into the nose now. It also has some fruitiness, maybe not tropical in that way. There's some, pastry thing in there, as well as I don't know if it's apple or pears or banana again, I guess. The oak is there, but it's not spicy. It's very sweet and mellowed, maybe. It's really interesting. Interesting. But there's not much more to it, I would say. So let's enter the palate. Cheers! A lot of honey, fresh eucalyptus, I would say, or something like that. I don't know, menthol maybe. Maybe some banana. But it's very watery. It just fades away a little bit. Just a little bit spiciness, peppery things still in the background in the finish, but just in my view it goes away really fast actually. it is there, you know, with the taste and all that, but it's a little warmth maybe in the throat. I have really a hard time actually, because it feels very watery actually, I would say. Unfortunately, but yeah, it's a bit shame. I think this one would have been really better if it's been a cask strange, maybe something like 54-53% maybe. I think you got more out of it. Yeah, just gonna drink some water. So yeah, my conclusion, these ones, the one I prefer on these ones are actually the coffee grain. This is the one I really prefer more than, let's say, this one. So yeah, to me this is a winner, the coffee grain. Depends on my taste buds. I don't know. The coffee malt doesn't have that much to it, if I should say. The coffee grain is really nice, really refreshing. This one has something to it, but it feels like it's too much watered down in my opinion. That's my opinion. Sorry. Sorry sometimes. No, but should you try these ones? Because this will be probably these are the only Japanese whiskeys I will be reviewing in this series that is actually still available to get for a decent amount of money, I hope. Because they are really expensive. Some of those I am doing now are either discontinued, or the few that are out, that comes out, are just way expensive to actually buy, and you shouldn't buy some of them. These ones you can still get, and for original price, I would recommend you try this one, but still, try this one. Still interesting stuff to compare. But I do like the coffee grain a lot. I think it's a really nice one to have in your collection maybe. So yeah, that's it, and the next time we're gonna do 3 whiskeys. Yeah, 3 whiskeys from Suntory. So the other big whiskey company in Japan. At the time when I bought them, at least. Now there's a lot of them. But not all of them are making their own whiskeys. They're actually shipping it from Scotland all the way to Japan and mixing it with their own stuff to call Japanese whiskeys. Which is interesting because legally you shouldn't be able to do that, but apparently you can in Japan and call it their own whiskey. So yeah. Anyway, see you next time and take care and bye!